131. If we assume that democracy is not justified as an end in itself or by its results, the symbolic value of having the right to vote does not justify the establishment of democracy. Brennan, 1979. American philosopher. 132. Homo democrático should be so perfect that when such magnificence is achieved it could be commuted by the autocratic. It would be a joy to live under the regime of such a beautiful soul. Mora, 1968. Spanish author. 133. The totalitarianism of the democratic and capitalist systems is so developed that even our desires are determined by the system. We want what society wants us to want. Normal people are not aware of it, but their leaders should be, because it is a gigantic challenge for philosophy and religion. Philipp Allott, 1938. English professor of international law. 134. The hegemonic tendency within contemporary political theory is to elaborate such an indirect defense of democracy that it is incapable of escaping from a finding of its vices. Salvador Gina, 1934. Spanish sociologist and jurist. 135. A good proof that you do not have autonomy or real decision-making power over something is the fact that something will happen regardless of what you decide or do. Brennan, 1979. American philosopher. 136. But if we have lost faith in man to the point of preferring to govern by an elective system, how can we aspire to an immaculate democracy by a homo superioris? Mora, 1968. Spanish author. 137. Democracy and capitalism are more totalitarian systems than Nazism or Stalinism. Philipp Allott, 1938. English professor of international law. 138. Democratic theory is a friend of democracy, even when it covers itself with the analytical mantle and seems to refrain from recommending its benefits. As soon as we dig, we discover it, at least, crypto-normative. Salvador Gina, 1934. Spanish sociologist and jurist. 139. The power of our individual vote is zero. In all the elections in which you voted, if you had stayed at home or voted otherwise, the result would have been exactly the same. Brennan, 1979. American philosopher. 140. An idealized regime whose maximum expression depends on a superhumanity. Say what you want, but that sounds like an Nazism. Mora, 1968. Spanish author.